timer once so far.
What's up, folks? Welcome back to the stream. We are live with the T5S2 Pod 15 finals. This one has been a long time coming. Somehow, this pod ended like 2 weeks ago. Both these players have been just dodging each other, I think, every time the game got scheduled. But we finally have it down over here in the red Mago del Disco. I love this name, aka Chris B. Over here with Chaos Knights. Look at these war dogs, my dude. Arf arf. Who let the dogs out? With their nurgling friends. Versus over here in the blue, we have a stream regular, Jonathan, playing Eldar. Hope you guys are ready for a bit of a show today, because I am excited to see these Chaos Knights on the table and see if they can deal with this Wraithguard menace. It's going to be an uphill battle for them, I think. Phantasm is a hell of a drug over here on the side of the table for the Eldar. But we'll see if the Mago del Disco has any special technology up his voluminous sleeves. I imagine that they're big, baggy sleeves, of course. Thanks everyone for coming and hanging out. Prediction is up for the people who want to do some gambling. And let's talk about some lists as the players are deploying. Over here on the blue side, we've got a pretty spicy list. We're actually running Dire Avengers. I know Jonathan is a big fan of Dire Avengers. So we've got Azurmen. Gives them a free Overwatch on a 5+, I believe, if I remember correctly. Once... which can double up. It's one of the few Overwatches that we can do multiple times. We have an Autarch Waylieber alongside a Farseer Skyrunner, a Spirit Seer with Fate's Messenger, so we can automatically flip saving or hit, wound, or saving throws to 6, and as well as the Incarn to teleport around the table and just generally be an absolute beat stick. I know the Incarn is problematic for Chaos Knights oftentimes, or at least Knights in general, because of its ability to hop around the table, and especially with a judicious application of Fate Dice, it is a high likelihood to one-shot a Knight, an Armiger body. It's not guaranteed, but it's pretty consistent, and that is unfortunate for our poor War Dogs over here. Moving on, we have that unit of 10 Dire Avengers, 2 Night Spinners to slow things down, add a little bit of indirect fire, devastating wounds to plink off wounds as the Knights get closer, 2 units of Shadow Specters as utility units, 1 Viper alongside a unit of 5 Warp Spiders, and those 10 Wraithguard that the Spirit Seer have joined into. Those guys are going to be an absolute monstrosity. They have been significantly depowered since the Data Slate update. They can no longer reactive fire in combat, although the players were discussing it beforehand. There is a sequence in which the Wraithguard may be able to fire while in response to a melee attack, if specifically they are pulled out of melee by casualties inflicted by the melee attack. And because the Chaos Knights are not that voluminous an army, I guess they only have a couple of models. It is potential that could happen, so that we may see Wraithguard reactive fire in melee, but most of the time they're going to get a reactive shot when somebody gets a bead on them. They can shoot back once per battle round, but then also they're just going to be hopping around the table. They get Guide from the Skyrunner. We don't have a Fortune Farseer, so there's no -1 to hit on those, or -1 to be wounded on those guys, but they will get full hit rerolls plus the automatic 6 from Fate's Messenger, so a lot of very consistent damage output out of that unit. Backed up by some tough artillery, good infantry, the Incarn jumping around the table, just generally very, very difficult to deal with this style of Eldar army. It's one of the reasons that Eldar are one of the strongest factions in the game right now, but we'll see what Chaos Knights have against them. We have one War Dog Stalker over here on Chris's list. I guess I'll call him the Magos' list, because that's what he has on his score sheet. We have a War Dog Stalker as the Warlord, but no enhancements on him. He's just a man. Sometimes you see Aura of Dread get slapped down on that guy, but I think we're saving points for Nurgling Swarms this time. We have 5 War Dog Brigands with Avenger Chain Cannons and Demon Breast Spears. These guys will get their +1 EP, targeting the closest enemy. We then have 6 War Dog Carnivores, the all melee War Dogs. Every single one of these guys, so all, 6 War Dog Carnivores, I believe we are at 12 total War Dog chassis on the table, every single one of them with a Havoc multi-launcher. So that's the indirect fire Havoc variety. These guys firing D6 blast shots, strength 5, AP 0 for 1 damage. But that is 12 D6 coming at the Eldar army from indirect. So Jonathan is going to be forced to play kind of cagey, I think, with his utility units. We have Warp Spiders deployed on the table, not in reserve, which is a little scary. Same with the Dire Avengers. Those guys will be a 3+ save and cover, but man, every single failed save for the Eldar is a little sad for them. And I think there's a non-zero chance that one of those units just gets yeeted off the table by War Dogs before they get the chance to do anything, which would be unfortunate for Jonathan. It's pretty cool.
It's actually
I don't know. I don't know if the Eldar are on tactical today, chat. The players have not revealed their secondaries yet. I think that Mago did say he would be on tacticals, but I don't know if Jonathan has revealed quite yet. We then have following things up. 6 units of Nurgling Swarms. 6 units of 3 Nurgling Swarms. This is a pretty common variety that we've seen in Chaos Knights. The Nurgling Swarms, especially compared with the cost of a Knight, are so cheap that you get several of them in exchange for 1 Knight, and they're so good at board control secondaries and screening the table out, adding some additional sort of board control that the Chaos Knight list generally doesn't normally have because of its restricted movement and its low model count. So having just tons and tons of Nurglings here to add -1 to be hit in melee, to also add the to just physically screen, to physically body block people. It looks like we did deploy several of them out in the corners here to try to get investigate signals if we grab that turn 1. But oftentimes you'll also see Nurglings literally just strung across the middle, especially against aggressive melee armies, so that they can't cross the midboard of the table on the first turn, and the Chaos Knights get a free round of shooting on them. That's very, very common play pattern for the Nurglings as well. The downside of the Nurglings is that they are a little bit restricted on where they can move. They're swarms, so they can't go through walls in this edition. And they are not Chaos Knights, so they don't get the benefit of Knights of Shade, which allows them to pass through walls as if they were infantry. So the Nurglings are a little bit stifled on where they can go, but they are still going to be pretty useful. I imagine these guys have been placed out. Might have a cheeky cleanse over there, but I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, okay, yeah, that is good to know. Yeah, so we'll just say
not Assassinate and bring it down. Yeah, Assassinate would be really bad. You have to be spamming Stalkers for Assassinate to be good. Stalkers are the only character War Dog for Chaos Knights. Yeah, I think that's a reason that you would not take Stalkers, generally speaking. I think, to my knowledge, the Stalker spam lists kind of fell off pretty sharply after the beginning of the index. I think people realized very quickly that you just gave your opponent 20 points on secondaries. So the War Dogs are numerous and dangerous, but one thing they don't do is live for very long. So especially an opponent with any decent amount of anti-tank will find a way to kill them. And if those Stalkers are anywhere in the line of fire, they're just going to go down very quickly. But I think those Nurglings allow the Chaos Knights to play tacticals a little bit better because they have a ton of Deep Strikers. We have 4 Deep Striking units around the table, plus the fact that all the the War Dogs on the table themselves are relatively fast as well.
So the line would be like that, and then 24.
So how are we feeling about this one, chat? 5 minutes left on the prediction. 83% for Eldar.
Yeah,
Hot diggity damn. Competitive Chaos Knights list hit on 2s right now? Yeah, for sure. Everything hits on 2s. We get some cheeky rerolls in there. It's good stuff. Let's take a look at the data sheets we're dealing with today for our Chaos Knight friends. So all of the ranged attackers here running War Dog Brigands. So we get that +1 AP targeting the closest eligible enemy. Not going to be super useful in this matchup because the Eldar generally have pretty solid invulnerable saves to begin with, and oftentimes they're sort of dodgy enough that your best targets are not usually the closest eligible ones. But it does, if there are infantry sort of within that end up being closest to the Wardog Brigands, they can start to actually do some serious damage by punching through cover with the Havoc multi-launchers. Like, if those Dire Avengers get +1 AP against them, the Havocs will actually start ripping that unit apart pretty quickly, which could be dangerous. We're also running multiple Carnivores. There's the other profile that we're taking. We're not required to take one Stalker, so you can't take all of the other chassis because you have to take one character to be your Warlord. But the Carnivore's just in there as a base 2+ weapon scale beat stick. They're cheaper than the Brigands because they're not taking as many ranged attacks, but they get reroll charges as well. And they're faster. Move 14. That's a hell of a drug. Especially with Knights of Sage, so they can potentially go through walls. You can almost be crossing the midboard of the table in one turn if you deploy on the line. Which it doesn't look like what we're doing. We're actually going to be deploying relatively conservatively for the Chaos Knights over here, staying far back behind these terrain features. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that we do have, for this current incarnation of the map pool, this distance is large enough for an 80 mil base or a 100 mil base to get through. So those guys are going to be able to peek through the gap in the ruins there. They're just going to have to go around a little bit, but they are going to be able to move through. They're not entirely blocked by those terrain features. Kind of said the Abominant list had quite a fall from grace since 9th. Yeah, unfortunately, Abominants... I think the Abominant is just awful, I think is the issue. That poor guy is just not well statted. Maybe if you could give him some way to proc his Devastating more often. The fact that he has a big multi-damage Devastating gun is pretty cool, but I don't know if it's enough to you know, have the unit to give the unit an identity, but just by itself. So it looks like we did have the roll to go first here. Eldar taking the first turn with a 5 versus a 3. We're going to take a look at what their secondaries are.
Doing bring it down in homers.
They have locked in fixed objectives, so let's fix our little card here.
So command phase stuff. So I get an extra CP.
So locked in, bring it down, taking deploy teleport homers as well. That one's pretty solid for Eldar. Wonder what we're deploying with on the first turn. Maybe it's just this Farseer Skyrunner.
Or actually, do I even put it on Wraithguard? They're not shooting anything this turn.
A little dangerous, but I guess it's probably fine. If you with Fate dice, anything is possible.
So that's just hit rerolls.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm just looking that up just now. Thank you.
It was good at 9th edition because of the psychic powers. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it has like it's just like it's trying to be a jack of all trades. Like it has a mediocre gun, mediocre melee, and a mediocre like aura effect. But
I was looking up what it did and saw
no, you're not taking a 500 point model to be mediocre at a bunch of different things. You want it to be good at the things it's good at. And I think that's just the problem with the Abominant right now. We could potentially see some detachment abilities or something make it good. Again, I think if there was a better way for it to trigger, if you could get it critical 5s or something, or reroll wounds, I think it would be probably pretty solid with its big gun.
I think when you have it out, if you press the minus button, it makes it skinnier. It's supposed to. It doesn't always work.
Oh, does it?
Apparently, yeah. That's what I've heard anyway.
Interesting. I'll give that a try.
I told another guy that recently, and it wouldn't work. So.
That is how that works.
I'll test it right now, so we know for the future. So, minus. Oh yeah, that's it. Delete that line.
It's funny how many people are learning that right now.
Jump.
I thought that was common knowledge to reduce the size of your pen on TTS, but a lot of people are just finding it out this week. So Eldar going first, going to be able to get some line of sight onto the Nurglings. It's unfortunate for those little baby boys. Big question is whether or not we are pushing forward with the Wraith Guard. A defensive stance here, I think, gives a lot of control to the... What are we doing?
Oh, sorry, I need to roll my fate dice.
Guy's moving very fast. That cedes a lot of control to the Chaos Knights.
I'm gonna keep that
because the Chaos Knights will get bottom round 5 scoring. Nice. We are playing Take and Hold today, chat. So 5 victory points, up to 15 for each objective marker in your command phase.
Okay.
And then at the 5th battle round, the second player scores at the end of the command phase. So if the Chaos Knights are able to hold strong until battle round 5, they get a big glut of command points.
What are the carnivores like in melee? Where are they?
There's 6. The claw attack is what I usually use. It's 6 attacks, strength 12, AP 3, damage 3, hitting on 2s. And then there's also a sweep. I don't use it as often, as you can imagine. It might be different against you with your troop guys. The sweep is 12 attacks, hitting on 2, strength 8, AP 2, damage 1.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
it's almost always one of those two. I don't know why someone would use the Reaper Chain Talon Strike. That'd be quite strange. It's just worse than the
Fair enough.
Claw.
Okay, so if you move 12 inches laterally, so you can get to like there. So then your line.
Yeah, it's that
is
you
like
you
that.
take the chain talon swing. I think if you need the consistent damage, although the claw actually does more damage anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, there's no reason to ever swing with the chain talon. It's just 2 strength lower
So
and does less damage. But you get a sweep attack with the talon, so that's good.
let me just get rid of that extra brigand so we don't get confused.
So we fading an advance roll here to get these guys up the table. Yeah, so it looks like we're going to be pushing up to the center, and then yeah, we're pre-measuring our phantasm behind that building, so we can push out. Try to sort of bait some of the war dogs to come out and play, and then phantasm back behind the ruins. That gives the wraith guard something to do for next turn, because they can then just return fire those guys who peek out. We'll see if the war dogs take the bait.
12 inches.
It's going to be the question.
Off there. This guy. Well,
Yeah, we didn't spend any
here,
CP
may
though,
as well get 6
because
in
we're
the center,
still at 2.
so I can do homers with them.
We would have gotten 1 at the start for command phase, and then 1 for Autark. But there's outside of maybe triggering a devastating wound on a Night Spanner, which I don't know if is worth the effort. There's nothing else to spend the Farseer auto 6 on this turn, so I think this is you can turn one of your Fate Diced 1s into a 6. Yeah, we have 11 Fate Dice, so we spent 1 to advance. You can turn one of your Fate Dice 1s into a 6, and then just use that ability for free, basically.
I only found out this weekend that the homers is just within and not wholly within. I hadn't realized that before.
It's
I think
pretty
that
good.
and Eerie Denial were the two that I think, wholly within. And then Enemy Lines is wholly within, and of course not so for homers if you're in your most deployment zone. Interesting.
Yes. Yeah, homers is the kind of the odd one out in that regard.
I actually used it myself in a game against. I used the same combo this past weekend against the heavy tank army. The Nurglings are pretty okay. The way we play locally, there's a piece of terrain always in the middle.
D-Mac, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you.
Nurgling stand in a row right in front of it, a 3-man squad, and be very difficult to shoot at, and just keep doing it over and over again if need be.
Yeah, for sure.
I wouldn't do it unless I had another easy one though. Like bring it down. Makes sense here.
Yeah, bring it down.
36 max for my army. It's almost always a 20.
It's pretty good against knights of any variation. Okay. So they'll do that. I'm gonna put Autark here. Okay, but further this way. Just in case I need to some help with some battle shock tests. That's.
What were your enhancements again? I just realized I didn't look at those very closely.
I think it's just
I'll look it up real quick.
it's the it's Fate's Messenger on the Spirit Seer, so it's the change a dice to a 6 after rolling.
That's right. Okay, cool. Okay.
Does the Viper want to shoot something?
Spirit
I
Seer.
don't
Okay,
know if
gotcha.
it can. Probably can't attack twice, so no. I think that's. I'll just roll in advance for the Dire Avenger, see what we get.
Ooh, spicy.
That's pretty good, but I mean, I guess I could put them like here in theory. That wouldn't be terrible, actually. Are we this way? Those 13 forwards look like not great.
Come out and play Dire
So
Avengers.
they're over here.
What's the worst that could happen? Just chill in the middle of the table.
This.
Those guys do have to be kind of careful. I think that
Obviously we can, like, kinda
they're certainly
more,
the best target for those Havoc launchers, but I imagine that we probably want to get rid of the Warp Spiders as quickly as possible. The Warp Spiders are such a threat on objectives that you have to get rid of them.
and then we're kind of staging to...
So the interesting thing about the Wraith Guard position here is that if Chaos Knights don't take the bait and they don't push forward to threaten the Wraith Guard and force the Phantasm backwards, Jonathan can actually use the Phantasm to go forwards and take the objective in the center and score himself points on his turn. But I wonder if we actually, with Knights of Shade, to get 2 guys through the walls, we could potentially put some Carnivores into the unit. That would be a little dangerous. I don't know if that kills all the Wraith Guard, especially with Fate Dice and Fate's Messenger to auto-6 some saves. But could do a lot of damage.
And you have no way to bring Nurglings on early, right?
Yeah, not until turn 2.
Cool. Okay, so we'll go into the shooting phase. We're gonna start with these Warp Spiders. Everything to the Nurglings. How many wounds did you say they have again?
Don't worry, Nurglings, you'll be fine.
They have 4 wounds
4.
each, so 12 total.
Okay, and no feel no pain or anything like that anymore? No.
No, nothing.
Okay. So how many shots do I get? 24. That was a good amount. And toughness 3? Yeah, toughness 3. So 3s to wound. It's a lot of 1s and 2s. So 5
red
dev
ones are
wounds
carnivores,
and
yeah, yep.
9 saves at no AP.
The red guys are the big melee boys for the Chaos Knights. Blue ones are brigands. Purple is the one stalker. That is the warlord.
You said 5 dead wounds?
Yeah.
That kills
So-
the squad.
Yeah, nice.
You want? I guess I'll do this one.
I'm not going to tell
This
them.
one.
So.
Okay, and then I'll do that. Okay.
Good
That would
job,
be a
War
little
Spiders.
dangerous. Potentially have the Incarn meet 2 carnivores. I don't
Let's
know if you
do
would
this
like that.
Night Spinner into these Nurglings.
Okay.
How many shots do we get? 8.
Give me 1 second here to resolve something. You can flip it over to me. I got to
Sure.
check my wife for just a quick second. Don't mind.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, I'll just pause the clock, honestly.
Just a bit of a holding pattern for real life stuff. Unfortunate that these Nurglings, I think, are going to get targeted down so quickly. That does mitigate a lot of the secondary control that
Alright, man. Sorry
Chaos
about that.
Knights
Kid's
have.
sick. I couldn't recall if I gave her Talon ibuprofen last.
No problem. Okay, so 8 shots into the Nurglings. We hit on 4s. And re-rolling from guide.
Ooh.
Okay, that was a really good roll. And
Oh, sorry,
2s to
Nurglings.
wounds. So 2 dev wounds at 2 damage each, and 6 saves at no AP.
Oh boy.
Okay. Fixes. I film all again.
Okay. I think I will teleport the Incarn. I assume the last one you're gonna pull is this one.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Whoa.
So yeah, so you put yourself at a 12. Yep. So I think we just
Oh,
do
very
this.
clever. So very carefully set ourselves up so the Incarn could not teleport and kill that brigand.
Start getting some primary points. What's the primary mission in this one? Taking hold. Okay.
Oh, we didn't do Chosen Battlefield. Crap. Yeah, we can skip it. I hate that. Anyway.
Oh, is it chosen battlefield? Okay, I mean,
Yeah,
honestly,
it's a pain in the
I'm,
butt, though. Yeah.
I'm cool just using these.
I am too. That's perfect to me.
So if we are here, what does that look like? We don't really get shot by much. I mean, we get shot by like 1 brigand.
Yeah, it looks like 1 at most.
which, I mean, I'd be fine with. This one does it.
Leave melty range, though, for what it's worth.
Yeah, it's fine. Get
Very best to be right
here
there,
with
right?
him.
I think that's
And
side
yeah,
here.
no. Yeah, no, can't
Yep.
see.
Nope.
Okay. And then there's no way he's getting it. Well, I guess you could go to like that side. He kind of on charge. And actually, they don't actually do that well into. Oh, actually, I guess they have D6 plus 2 damage attacks. Sure, we'll do it. We'll put the incarn right there.
Okay.
So that one's gone. Okay, and then the last Night Spinner. Just shoot this carnivore, probably. We'll just shoot into this front carnivore here, I think.
Okay.
Go 12, or I guess we could just shoot this brigand and make him go. Brigands move 10 base?
12.
Or 12 base, yeah.
Yeah.
So I could stop you from getting line of sight to me. Actually, here, I'm gonna just, so the incarn's like this. So inch off every wall. You move 10, you can see.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's what we'll do. We'll shoot this brigand here.
Okay.
So D6 plus 3 for 5. And we're hitting on 4s with this one. I will save a dice. Okay. 1 Eldar reroll.
So it looks
And
like we're
then
just
5s
gonna
to wounds.
be fire and
I'm
fading.
just fishing for devs.
The Incarn back over to that objective after shooting. So end of movement phase, or end of shooting phase, excuse me. It's able to make a normal move. So we can steal that objective away and try to hold on to 2. Very clever. A lot of CP though.
2 homers. And at the end of the shooting phase, I will spend 2 CP to fire and fade the Incarn.
Yep, there you go. And then homers on the Wraithguard because the
Just
Spirits here
like
has an assault
so.
pistol, so the unit is eligible to
basically
shoot,
just put
so
in
we're
your
going to be
position
able to
where
grab
you can't get line of sight to her, and,
an action with them.
we'll be able to
A little
get
funky.
within an inch of her from the other side of the wall.
But that is another benefit of having the Spirits here.
Okay. That is the turn. So I will pass it over to you. I'll score 3 for homers.
Now, the Incarn is only OC3, and it itself is not able to move through walls. So it's actually, I think, has a little bit of trouble getting all the way around if one of these War Dogs decided to go up on the objective.
Yeah, it's first.
Could be a little tough, and the War Dogs can't just steal that away. Those things are big OC8. So they're going to be able to hold that down for a while. But obviously that does move it into the danger zone. You're open to get hit by the Wraithguard or the Dire Avengers. Extend battle lines. No prisoners for Chaos Knights. That's not the end of the world. If we do get some hits into the Warp Spiders, potentially, you could maybe be scoring no prisoners this early.
Can I commit to just this one? No, I can't. I have to go all out on it. Get up there and make you back up. Come back and shoot me, obviously. I can't stop it, though. No way around it. It's tough. Just hope I roll some invul saves and then you roll some low d6 damage roll. Oh, you have free 6, right? It's after you roll.
Yeah.
You then
Yeah, it's after I roll, I can change it to a 6, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then I can also fate dice 1. So, yeah. Dev wounds for days.
Who's favored in the matchup? I think generally speaking, it'll be Eldar. Eldar have so much board control and so much maneuverability that they're able to kind of fade the movement of the Chaos Knights a lot of times. The Chaos Knights are much more straightforward. They rely more on raw stats to kill their opponent. And Eldar very, very dodgy against armies like that. But that said, already Mago has basically blanked a couple of the strategies that Eldar typically use in the first turn. So I think he's going to make it a tough fight either way.
And we'll just start moving here.
And which are the 2? It's that one and this one?
These 2, yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
So we have Knights of Shaded to get our Carnivores up the table. Big 14-inch movement there. Basically, I think it's going to force the Wraithguard to potentially move just directly back from the Carnivores. And that may allow a couple of Brigands to get shots on them. That said, there is a Spirits here in the unit, so they're going to be regenerating Wraithguard back into the unit as they die. So it's plink damage doesn't usually do too much to a Wraithguard unit. You have to really go all in to kill them.
Oh, interesting.
I get the shortest route possible, which I guess is right here. Either way, it's on the objective, which I have to do, so that's good. It's short, so it's going to be 3, so it'll be a 9 once you fall back. But obviously, the walls will make it worse, depending on how you make me at this land. It's really screwed up, but I can't do anything else. They'll go there. All right, the rest of them are going to move normally. Let's see here. I think the Incarnate at this point becomes an unsolvable riddle. I just got to let it do whatever it wants to do, unfortunately. Let them do the breaks.
That's always
The
sad.
objectives, I got to move forward to fit into here, so I can go forward for that much trouble. Scoot over an inch after that. And that's probably got to scoot over a little bit more too, another inch. That leaves 6 of his 8
As we said,
inches.
chat, those gaps are large enough for a
Here,
100 mil
and
base
then
to go through.
4,
They've been specially designed so that the knights can pass through. I think we will be remodeling those buildings, probably post team event, to make them a little bit more maneuverable.
Let me see how far I can get with that advancing first.
Now that the towering problem has been solved, it's not quite as imperative that all the terrain be super tall. So we can make it a little bit smaller for our vehicle and flyer friends.
7 more. 7 more, I think. Here, another 2 inches. Leaves 5. Now let me see where that puts it. 5 goes about right here.
Now we're going to have to deal with the next turn. Jonathan does have 2 units of Shadow Specters and Deep Strike. Those guys do have a Strength 6, 3 damage beam attack. So we are going to have to contend with those dudes. This coming turn, they could be good for a War Dog by themselves if we get some lucky dice with Unparalleled Foresight.
Alas.
He tried.
Let's drop a 4 more inch though. So he can't shoot. Bummer. Alright, this one is going to also scoot forward. 6 inches puts him there. Scoot over probably 2 it looks like. 3 actually at the corner. That's...
Actually, interestingly, I don't know if we have the Phoenix gem on that Farseer Skyrunner. We don't. So the Skyrunner could actually be a prime target for the War Dog shooting. If you put 12, or in this case 11, I guess, because one Carnivore is advanced already. If you put 11 D6 Strength 5 shots into the Farseer Skyrunner, there is a non-zero chance it just explodes. It's in fact basically the same. It's easier to kill than the Warp Spiders are. Although Jonathan is going to go all out to try to keep it alive. And then there's no respawn on that guy, no lone operative. He just dies if it goes down, if he gets hit. That removes Guide from the Wraithguard unit. That literally may be where our shots go this turn. As much as you want to get the big blast from the Dire Avengers or kill the Warp Spiders so they don't do secondary stuff, the Farseer Skyrunner is so dangerous and such a force multiplier for the Wraithguard. If you kill it right now, oh boy. that may be what we see going on.
6.5. 3.
4.5.
4.5. Yeah, sorry, they're slower.
Oftentimes you'll see the Phoenix Gem on that model just because it is targetable, and so the Phoenix Gem almost forces your opponent to dedicate 2 rounds of shooting to it, or at least 2 shooting activations to it. But without the gem, it's in a little bit of danger.
All right, we'll go like that. We'll do attacks.
And a move phase?
Oh yeah, sorry, go ahead. Yeah, do your Phantasm. Go for it.
It is the Phantasm phase.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Wraithguard.
I think we're literally
War Dogs,
just gonna
please don't
move
kill us.
6 inches
Oh
away.
my god. 2 carnivores. No, thank you.
Make it as hard to charge as possible. I mean, I don't actually really care if you even shoot them, honestly, at this point. I actually would kind of like it if you shot them.
Yeah, shoot back, of course.
Let me see. If I put a Wraith Guard like this. Dock this one. You would need an 11 to get into there. I think it's going to be an 11 for him no matter what because of wall. Yeah, so that works. So then, yeah, just want to try to make it as difficult as possible. That's 11 there. More like this. Still need an 11 into the Wraith Guard, but you wouldn't be able to get into the Farce. That's kind of hoping for. There's no way that you can get that with 10. So then I would just need coherency. He's there. At 10 is still not enough. This guy needs... He still needs a 10. There. Okay. Then he can just come over this way. Okay, so yeah, so this Wraith Guard is just gonna basically move to where this guy is.
What's Eldar's worst matchup?
Kind of like that. Wherever the coin.
I don't know how they're comparing to GSC now. GSC got basically like orbital struck by the FAQ, so I don't know if that is still as bad for Eldar as it was.
Yeah, because you would have to clear the wall.
Sort of ironically, I think Grey Knights has been kind of hard. There's just a faction that's able to outmaneuver Eldar and can really punish their passive game plan. Astra Militarum has interestingly been kind of difficult for them as well, just because the amount of artillery means that Eldar jumping in and out of line of sight doesn't really matter because Basilisks will just kill everything regardless. I don't know statistically what their worst matchup is, but most of the time things that can interact with them from out of line of sight, that Eldar tend to have a hard time with.
She has the rerolls to hit, and she can change a fate dice to a 6 before I use it.
Okay. So it's that, or it's the fast guys.
So Wraith Guard gets to shoot before consolidates. Let's look.
Yep.
Viper is tough 6. It's definitely not that. Okay. These are all tough 3, I assume.
Yep. All the infantry is T3. The Farseer is T4.
And it has 5 wounds. Okay.
Yep, and a 3-up save.
Okay, we'll shoot at the Skyrunner. I'm just gonna go down the line. They're all the same guns in this case. I don't know if I can do it anywhere, as far as I can tell.
And what's the 36 inch range?
It's 48 for all. Let me double check. I think
okay. Then yeah, you can.
Yeah, I think I measured the very furthest one back as range to whatever. Yeah, they're. Yep.
Cool.
So I have the dice over here. The 6 are the Carnivores and the Brigand. Brigand has this, the Stalker has the same profile.
Sure.
Here's their profile chat. After a unit has finished making attacks, so yeah, that would be before the consolidation step. But I believe that they might be simultaneous, so I think that it's an active player decides sort of thing.
Even then, maybe not.
I think that one Brigand can see them. Actually.
I can't shoot the wall right there though. He's not cleared it anyway, so it had to be.
Oh yeah, you're not even holding it. Yep. No, you're right. Yeah. So then.
Even then, I don't know if it'd be worth trying to fire off. He'd kill out one guy at best, which would get right back up. Okay.
And then I get to shoot you.
Yep. Also that. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Consolidation occurs after a unit makes its melee attacks, which is the exact same timing as the Wraith Guard ability. So active player gets to choose the order.
Obviously, forces they can't see you. The first one, these 6 shots. Number of shots, 6. Ooh.
Good start.
Force to hit, 3's to wound.
Yep. Yes.
Target them with the Exocrine. Man, if the other player lets you shoot an Exocrine at their Wraith Guard, they fucked up. All right, so we are going to be targeting the Farseer Skyrunner with all the bombs. Bombs away, boys. One wound down already. That's a good start.
Misses. Okay, another one.
Next one.
2 left after this. Okay. Force.
Love it.
Okay. One more after this. Force. Or number of shots. Sorry, 1 shot.
Yeah.
Force.
Oh my god.
Okay. Last one. Number of shots. 4. They're swinging.
The first guy did well, and then the rest of them were just kind of.
They just took the day off. All right, we got 2 hits and 3's to wound.
Oh my god.
Oof. All right. Carnivores get 1 damage, get wound in. We'll go on to the Brigands. Hit on 3s.
Yep.
So after this, there's 4 more to go.
Yep.
1 shot.
Oof.
Okay. Hitting on 3s though in this case. 1
Yep.
hit. 3s to
3s.
1 wound. AP 0.
He's okay.
All right.
I have gotten some people with the advancing exocrine for sure. But I think Eldar players are pretty cagey with their Wraithguard units. I don't know if I've seen a Wraithguard unit that's not like very extremely well defended.
Save. Couple.
Okay.
Take 1. Take 1. Okay.
Oh my god.
Down to 3.
Oh well.
Do another one.
Maybe we're not
go
gonna
through
get this far here. We're
3.
hoping for the best here, chat. But
3s
man, that
and
thing,
3s.
this guy just tanking it.
Okay.
Oh, these
What?
hit rolls are awful.
Not going
Oh
I
no.
killed him about pretty
Zinch is
today, and then looking more.
has conspired against the Chaos Knights.
Okay.
God.
1.
She's okay.
All right, and then the last brigand. Number of shots.
Yep.
6, 5. 3s and 3s.
All right, all wounds.
3.
First 2 fail 1. Last one is good. So take another one. So down to 2.
Left him on 2. That's a heartbreaker. That was probably a little awkward to kill him because we're shooting into a pretty strong save, a 3+ save, with -1 to hit for the indirect fire, plus a fate dice in the chamber if we need it. But still, you hope for the spike to get that guy. If you get that guy, it's huge. It's such a big deal. You lose the reroll hits on Wraithguard, you lose the auto 6 on fate dice, you lose just a fast body who can do secondaries. That would be a huge swing if that guy went down.
But would be a big deal if it happened. But that's from the CP to even try it. I hate that. Let me see when it's triggered. I'll double check the wording real quick. I think it's the start of the phase though, or something like that.
Looking at Knights of Shade.
Knights of Shade. Charge phase. Okay, just in your charge phase. Yeah. Ugh. How far is it if I don't go for the wall? Let me see. Get here. Five is here. Okay, actually, looks like that might be enough. 11.
It would be
That makes it
11.
1 inch harder. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll go for it. Why not? Go for the 11 incher and around the wall.
Sounds
And
good.
11. Get 2 shots at it. Shot number 1. Nope. Shot number 2.
Oh,
Close. But nope.
what?
Should have done it through the walls, I guess. Not that I had any way of knowing that.
Does the other one, or I guess the
If
other one.
we
would
had
be
Knights
auto
of
straight.
Shaded, we would have
I
gotten
guess
him
it go right
in.
here. Let me see. What that would
That's.
I mean, if you just want to roll it, and if you get like
an
11 or 12, then
Yeah, good call. We'll do that. He'll try it at least. Definitely not. And
a 10 is no.
yeah,
No,
definitely
but,
not.
yeah.
11 just to get right here, I think, right?
Jonathan made it. I
Yeah.
I think that's all I got.
I think he would have
unfortunately.
made both
Good
of
job.
those
Okay.
had he Knights of Shaded.
I will get
Ugh!
battle
Extend.
lines.
That's so
and I will
sad.
burn.
That makes
Yeah,
me
extend
sad,
for 5
chat.
Yep.
It doesn't do too much, I think, because the Wraithguard will just
No prisoners. Do I burn it?
the Wraithguard will just
D2
probably
response.
pull out a melee for a CP and then just start laser beaming people. But
That's not very good, but
at least you get a
all the
chance
lots,
to knock down some of the guns before they punch
You
you.
got it.
Burn it. And it's all you.
So sad.
So if you just want to flip the turn, I get an extra CP.
Yeah, if you play against a really good Eldar player, chat, it's like it's another level. It's a fun game. Like honestly, Eldar as a thought experiment are actually kind of fun to play against. At least I find them that way. Almost all my games against Eldar, playing matchups that aren't horrible have been really interesting and like very chess matchy. But you have to come in with the with the understanding that they will trade up into you wildly over and over and over again because you're not going to get the chance to hit them. But as soon as they're required to put more than one thing in line of sight, suddenly you get to pick up pieces of their army. And once they start losing pieces, like it can go downhill south for Eldar. We've seen Eldar players just fall apart in the past as soon as some of their stuff starts going down.
Just sixes.
Just lots of shots.
We just go through walls. That's our strat.
Cool.
That's our one
I like
trick. I go through walls.
Well, at least you.
Yeah, it looks like we got extend for 5, discarded no
so
prisoners,
the
which I think is a
Incarn,
totally fair
go
play.
8 there.
Could have gotten it if we had killed the Farseer Skyrunner, but I don't know if you're not guaranteed here.
So 8 inches,
Looks like
just 2 more.
Incarn's going to be popping around the corner here. We're probably looking for a Fate Dice 6 charge into the War Dog, knock out the wounded one, and prevent the threat to the ruin over there.
Dire Avengers. Do you have fights first on anything, or any way to get fights first?
Nope. We go through walls. That's it.
Okay, all right.
We have like a 6-up feel no pain strat. Like it's just all. Nah.
What is my purpose? You go through walls.
Do we need to
Runs Avatar of Cain plus the Incarn and a Night Spinner. Yeah, I think it's basically a coin flip right now playing competitive Eldar, whether or not you're running the Wraith Guard or the Avatar of Cain. The sometimes both, but usually they're both such points investments that you don't usually have points for both of them. But sometimes it basically depends on what you want to fuel CP into. Either it's the Avatar or it's the big Wraithguard brick, and then you can Phantasm and Fire and Fade down the Wraithguard brick, and or you can put all those buffs into the Avatar, which is a little bit more CP agnostic, I guess. You don't necessarily need to be putting as many resources into that guy. He's a little bit more independent, but on the flip side, he doesn't do quite as much crazy jank as the Wraithguard unit does. I've also seen, I played against a list recently, and the VOD's up on the replay channel, actually. I played Vanguard Onslaught against it, that ran a 10 model brick of Warp Spiders, kind of as the central focus of the Eldar, of the army, which was really good. I was surprised. They would just advance, it would, move 24 with the flicker jump, jump up into range of something, shoot it, fire and fade back, and then your turn Phantasm away. And so it would almost move back to where it started. Not quite back, but almost back to where it started every turn. And that unit is deadly. Shooting 10 devastating flamers at you is disgusting.
So one won't be able to shoot the brigand. That's fine. Do you want to Overwatch with anything?
No, I'll forgo that the whole game unless there's a really
Okay.
clutch spot. I have one wound left, but not this turn for sure.
Chaos Knight's faction ability? Yeah, just Knights of Shade, yeah. For sure.
So
Speaking of the faction ability,
he says -2. Oh yeah, would you look at that? Awesome. I did not know that. So the line into that carnivore.
when does their
is
Harbingers
that.
turn on? How does this faction work?
So we're gonna move the Wraithguard up. Toe that line.
Oh, Battle Round 3, they started forcing battle strike checks.
Okay, so basically where the Autarch is the 18-inch mark. So that's good. So we're just going to move
Oh, no, they
them,
would force it. They would
get them
force it.
all on this line here. May as well put the Spirit Seer in 12 of something. Just shoot a pistol at it. No reason to waste free shots. Do you get anything if I'm like standing on objectives or anything like
Wraithguard
that?
not bad
Like
into
any
orcs either.
bonuses?
Yeah.
No, nothing.
They also have,
Okay.
like, the reactive fire is so good on them, too, because orcs' answer to a unit like that is usually flash gets, but their ability to just, like, pull a transport down out of sequence is kind of nuts.
It might be based on
Because orcs just, they fall apart a little bit if you can attack in multiple phases. So if Wraithguard are able to trigger a situation where they can shoot in your turn, kill a transport, shoot again in their turn, kill another transport, and then charge everybody inside, he's like, really good. And having a high base save means anything but power claws usually bounces on them.
This guy could. Is this line like this?
We took Battle Shock for the
So-
Parsi, right?
Yeah.
He did,
I
yeah.
rolled a 6 +1 -1, so she's
Yeah.
okay.
Cool. That's what I figured that dice roll was. But I wasn't sure.
So if
I was too
versus
busy looking at
this,
stuff.
So if it's holding in the terrain,
Can Necrons play the Rapid Ingress game?
I believe that it cannot see this one.
I mean, every faction can play Rapid Ingress pretty well. I think Necrons are fairly good at it.
Even at the very edge of the corner.
Locust Heavy Destroyers
'Cause I
are
would need,
kind of
like,
a
elevated part
nightmare,
of the
honestly.
model to get that
A
line.
lot of times you'll see like a trio of them. Sometimes with the Lord, but not
Actually,
often.
I guess if I do
Pop off the side. Usually you take the Lord if you take the Enminic Annihilators.
If I'm like this, can I get it? Probably not.
Trying to squeak line of sight with this guy's weird gun. He is kind of short, so
Ooh, no, I don't think so.
yeah, this line of sight looks a little bit janky.
Not the Bright lance. Actually, I guess if I rotate like this, I think I could do it. Because the back of the bright lance gets that line. Does that look right to you?
True line of sight, chat. What a mechanic. Oh, I can see you with the top of my gun's ammo cartridge. The power cell of my laser cannon can see your guy. I'm gonna shoot you. The Admitic unit is, yeah, it's really solid. I don't disagree. Locust Heavy Destroyers are... the downside is that they're slow, but man, do they seem nutty to me. I understand that there's a lot of weaknesses with that unit, but for the points value, you get the amount of damage you get from them is crazy.
This Night Spinner is going to...
Sapo Mutante! Thank you for the follow.
Doesn't
Hope
really
you're having a
feel
good
like
evening.
Charged by some carnivores.
Yeah, fair point.
It's not very conducive to surviving. Let me see here.
That's why you like 30k last night? What does 30k do
could put
differently
Shadow
than
Specters
than
like
40k?
this.
Do they actually have line of sight
So
rules?
they could do homers, and then that would leave the warp spiders to come like over here and shoot stuff. I think we want to shoot stuff with spiders. So they're going to flicker jump.
Okay.
So they move 24. No reason to go that far forward.
Now, as Knights, do you save your CP for Diabolic Bulwark and Knights of Shade, or do you like cheekily Overwatch here with a Brigand? And just try to accidentally vaporize those guys.
24 goes to there. So that's like 23 inches of movement. So it just has to come forward a touch. Okay. Do they take a mortal wound? Nope. And then Farseer.
Flags and decoration don't count for line of sight? Yeah, but that's a gun. I don't know if you can call that
Kinda like
decoration.
this.
In fact,
Actually, I guess
it
you can
might
see
be
down middle then.
the truest component of the model for line of sight. If we're determining whether a gun can see you, drawing line of sight from our gun kind of makes sense.
I'm just gonna shuffle the Wraith touch here, just makes this more space for the
The issue that you run into with those rules too is that like it becomes impossible to mediate. You're like, well, what is decoration? You're like, well, I don't know. Wait, like, what's the difference between an antenna and a flagpole? Is the one like cosmetic? But what if the flagpole doubles as an antenna? Is that then decorative? It's just like just make a base-to-base line of sight roll, so we don't need to have any of these philosophical discussions about like what part of a model counts as the actual part of the model.
Very little shooting. That's probably not going to do anything.
Yeah. True line of sight.
So in terms of reserves,
we've talked about it ad nauseum. True line of sight's awful. But it is what it is. It's what we got. It's what the designers in their infinite wisdom have elected to give it to us. So that's what we're playing with. It is what it is. I will say 9th edition line of sight rolls I think were better because there was less. You very rarely needed to check true line of sight. It happened quite a bit, but you very rarely needed to. Compared to like the Wild West that was 8th edition and stuff, though, we're in a better spot in terms of true line of sight. Ruin rules and train blocking line of sight has been a huge boon to the game at every level, in my opinion.
Is the line that we want to get. Kind of like this. We can back a couple up and stick their very long guns over top of those lines. And then a 6-inch move is more than enough to get them to safety. And am I outside of 9 of you? I am. Lovely.
Very nice.
And then yeah, these
Get
Shadow
to shoot and
Specters
steal an objective? Absolutely no
will
problem.
just come down. With their pinky toe.
The Ball Spear. Morven Ball's the best example. I think I used her in my like old line of sight video. It's just, she's just like on a 3-inch base. She's like 7 inches wide. The other one is the Toxicrene as the reverse example of how bad it is. Where its base can be entirely obscured, but it's like you can just shoot it because it's so wide it doesn't matter.
And they're like $100 for 5 of them.
Oh,
It's
good lord.
very unreasonable.
I didn't know they had any stuff that wasn't.
Magnus's staff is very good for
vehicles that was
peeking.
Eldar 40k.
Yeah, Magnus is like
By itself.
peak modeling for advantage. That guy right there. He's like, oh, I got wings and staff out the side, and you never want to have me have line of sight too, because I'll kill you. All right, cool.
Okay, that is the movement phase. I assume no rapid ingressing Nurglings.
No.
You know,
Unironically, the Nurgling rapid ingress here might be okay, but I guess it doesn't matter because it's not being screened.
Okay, so we're gonna start with the Viper. The Shuriken catapults are gonna go into this brigand, and then the Bright Lance is gonna go into that brigand.
Okay.
So we'll start with the Shuriken catapults. Hitting on 3s, we get a hit. Lovely. So 2
Before
hits.
you do the Bright
Yep.
Lance, what else can see this brigand right here?
It's literally just them.
Okay, and the damage on it is
D6 plus 2.
6. Okay, yeah, proceed. Sorry.
Yeah, no wraith.
That
No
might
wraith.
will work, I think.
No worries.
Okay, twin linked, so re-rolling, no wounds, but we got a hit, so we're gonna turn off cover on him.
Okay.
And then the Bright Lance hits on a 3, hits, wounds on a 3, Eldar reroll, it wounds, it's just 1 5-up save.
5 up. Nope. Damage.
Oh. Oh no, not
Doing
like
8
this.
damage is pretty nice. I'll just do 8 damage to it. I'll just use 6.
There's the fate dice.
4.
Laser beams that guy directly through the middle.
So now the Dire Avengers, actually no, sorry. We're gonna do, first we're gonna grenades with the Dire Avengers. So they're gonna chuck a grenade at the Carnivore right in front of them.
Okay.
Blade ones,
So
yeah.
4s are mortals, so 2 mortals on him.
Infantry that extend over their base, like, give me nightmares. I played so long with Gene Stealers, so like I understand
into
it.
the brigand that has cover turned
Like,
off.
I'm a 25 mil
except for this
base,
one
but
guy
I'm
that
2
can see
inches
him,
wide,
so shoot
so
him.
I have to be very careful about line of sight. Otherwise, my
Some sort of
claw is
masterman.
in LOS.
Hitting on 2s with a reroll. 6s are lethal and 6s to wound with a reroll. So that is 2 AP1s, no cover on that brigand, and they're 2 damage each.
5s, right? Yeah.
Just
Be
4s.
so
but
happy if
yeah.
line of sight was
Oh, fours,
just
okay,
true
yeah,
line of
AP1s,
sight.
sorry.
You're mad.
Yep,
take one
so
of
two
those.
damage.
You're a mad,
6.
insane person.
Yep, and then 30 shots from the other guys.
The Arco Flagellant Kid. Oh, yeah,
Also
with the
hit on
big,
2s,
the whip
Masterman is
arms.
leading
Yeah,
them,
I could
a lot
totally
of
understand.
rerolls, and then we got 6s. 7 more AP1s, no cover on that same brigand.
7 4-ups.
Breaking the claw off every
These
game.
are
Yeah, I
weapons.
actually
These
I
are
assembled
super
Gene
suckers.
Stealers kind of recently,
Yeah,
and I
you're
actually
And a 3.
Yep.
I assembled
And
them
then
so
we
that
got
their arms
the
were like
other guy,
down
3
and on,
shots
like towards the ground. They were
into
kind of like folded down a little
Carnivore.
bit, so that they wouldn't would be easier to hide, and B
so just 1 wound
would
on the
be
Carnivore right
not grab each other so much.
You do get.
Oh, I said 3. Right, yeah. Okay. That's good.
So yeah. Okay. Actually, I guess I don't think he's getting cover right now.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. The silhouette of this building is tough to see overhead. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. No worries.
It's like
So just 1
this
damage.
shadow part right here throwing me off. Yep. So 3 will fail. And a 9.
Yep. The Incarn will just flamer the brigand on 3. How many shots? 4. Wounding on 5s with a reroll.
Oh my god,
It's
not
3
like
wounds,
this.
AP1
No.
cover.
Is the Incarn just about to
3.
dive into the center of this Chaos Knights army? No.
No.
He is very dead.
Does he explode?
Before you remove him,
Yep,
I am
right.
going
Teleport?
to.
Yeah. Oh my god.
We'll just put here.
Oh boy, chat. This is gonna be a little dangerous.
Okay.
That Viper getting that hit through. I guess that model was already wounded, so that's not the end of it. That was already like that. But now the Incarn basically gets to do whatever they want. YOLO. Not so much of a YOLO if you kill like 5 Chaos Knight, like War Dogs in one go. It's just kind of a you only live the normal number of times.
My dice are
Yeah.
are doing pretty good.
Fulgurites
Okay,
have the same base size as New Steelers, but only have 1 wound. I mean, the same base size is like June Steelers use the same base size as like Sisters Repentia. The base size doesn't necessarily translate to your survivability.
You're just gonna rotate on whichever one I devote more into.
It is weird that Fulgurites are, I don't know, they have a weird
I was saying
profile.
before. Yep.
If they were 2 wounds, they'd be pretty good.
Although I guess I could.
1 wound is very strange, especially compared to like Arcoflagellants, which are basically the same unit, but
Yeah, we'll
have
do
the
5
2
wounds.
wounds.
All right, I'll put I'll save. Let's see, these are already down. I still got the Night Spinners to maybe get 4 damage through.
Yeah. Oh, and then the
spot.
Spirit Seer just shooting the pistol at the door in front of her.
Okay, I'll 4 up the one in front here.
Okay.
CP.
All right, so we'll start with the one in the back then. I'm gonna slow roll. So 3s to hit. So that's just a lethal hit. So 1.
They're still on 25s? Oh,
Okay, let's
That's
see. Looking for
bizarre.
five
And this is
total.
the
That model's
Yep.
huge.
He's good.
Okay. Next one. Misses, but re-rolling for guide. Hits.
How come
and
they're on
wounds
25s,
on a 3.
But fucking
8
Termagants
wounds?
are on 28s.
Hit
That's stupid.
5s. Takes it.
Okay, so it does 2 damage. I think that's where I'll use my CP.
Oh my god, you're right, Chad.
So I'll CP
They're on
reroll the
25
damage
mil bases.
to 4
Holy
damage.
crap.
Down 8.
They look like they're on bigger bases.
next
Maybe
one.
they're very small.
Hits and does not wound, but we have an Eldar reroll, so it wounds.
5s. Fail.
Okay, it does 5 damage.
Down to 3.
Okay, next one
Weird,
misses,
yeah.
but we have guide.
They look
so
like
it
they're
hits,
almost on 32s.
And we don't wound, but I'll use my Face Messenger now to change it to a 6.
must be
so
very,
it's dev
very teeny.
wounds, and it does 6 damage.
Oh my
so it'll
God.
kill that.
Okay. Just explode.
So
And that is all my dice manipulation done outside of guide. So I'm just gonna fast roll the rest now.
Okay.
Into the front one on 3s.
So we miracled one of the
Rerolling.
carnivores to death
So 1
with the
lethal
Wraith
hits
Guard
and
unit.
3s to wound. So just 4
4 saves in the second one. It does have Diabolic Bulwark.
4 ups.
So the 4+ invulnerable save. Look at that go. All right.
It does 6 damage.
Jonathan, stop rolling 6s. Oh my god.
Yeah, my dice are.
That was 1 hit through to half kill a carnivore, and we'll see if we can randomly kill him with warp spiders. I've seen warp spiders one-shot tanks before. We'll see if we get him with the
Sorry, I need to do my Spirit Seer. So
with
that's
the
amount
laser
of
with
shots.
the
20 shots
flamers.
from the Warp Spiders. I'm just gonna roll the Spirit Seer real quick. We hit. We don't move. So 20 shots from the Warp Spiders.
Yeah, this is a
looking
bit of
for
a
6s,
heartbreaker.
and they're dev wounds. 1 reroll. So just 3 dev
I-
wounds.
I almost wonder if like the situation was bad enough, especially with Eldar taking the first turn, I think, and not killing the Farseer. Because that guy alone was worth, one of those converted devastates. So he was basically worth the carnivore going down. If you just go for the Knights of Shade and the 10-inch charges, because it's 2 shots at 10s a piece, so it's like a 1 in whatever, 1 in 3, 1 in 4 that you get that. Yeah, so it's like a maybe coin flip that you get 1 out of the 2, and I think he would have gotten both if you'd gotten them in. And that would have been a big deal. He would have punched the shit out of those Wraith Guard.
Yep, 3 damage.
Dang, really? Jeez.
What's
Okay.
the profile? We can pull up their leader sheet, chat.
They are flat 3. Only
Oh,
strength
no.
6, but
Oh, no.
yeah, when they get through, they. So then we'll do
everybody.
the orange Night Spinner. He'll just shoot at this carnivore here.
Okay.
How many shots do we get? 9.
Here's Warp Spider.
Yeah, into the one.
They're
on
only strength
3,
4
and
AP 0, but they're
middle,
devastating
and
wounds
on
DC
4s.
shots each.
The reroll 5s, but I'm looking for 6s. Okay, just 4 dev wounds. So
All right, does it explode? Let's see. Nope.
Looks like we
Okay.
I deleted something else. There we go.
Zorded him
and
with
then
the Night Spinner.
the other Night
though.
Spinner will try to finish off this Brigand on 1. Get 8 shots.
Lost to
on 4s
Transcendent
with the
Catan to 10 Warp Spiders.
5s.
What?
Fishing. Okay.
Oh
so 4
my
dev wounds, so
god.
nice.
Does it explode?
I mean, I could see it, right? It's like
this
on
one?
average,
Yep.
with no help, It's like
Wow,
11
that was,
devastating, 12 devastating.
That was a very good
damage.
turn. Or shooting phase. We still have charge
Yeah,
phase.
even the Night Spinners are more dangerous than I realized on paper. The
Yeah.
Dev Wounds with I actually missed their twin links somehow. I missed that. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
The fishing for dev wounds is very
And
powerful.
They're
with
good
them.
in everything, basically, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So charges incarn into this brigand.
6 dogs, yeah. That's what we should have made the
Ranges,
prediction
it's
about.
enough.
How many carnivores or how many war dogs he killed in one turn?
Assume out of range, I am.
Yeah, we've literally killed
And you do
5.5. Oh my god.
Oh yes, yeah.
If we get, do we get Azerman in? Azerman could get the last
but
guy for
Asserman
sure.
Is going to charge the carnivore.
Yep, here he comes. Oh, oh my god. Yeah, there's a 10. Oh. It's okay, chat. 6 war dogs. That's enough to kill an entire Eldar army, right? That's only worth like 900 points. And
Really?
don't forget, there's 4 units of Nurglings in reserve. That's gonna be what makes the difference. Those guys have lethal hits. They're lethal.
I just looked him up. He also
Can't
had
survive.
a
They'll
lot of
get
Dev Wound
ya.
index.
He
My God.
sure does.
Yeah, jeez.
Can he fit in there?
The model doesn't look like the kind of thing that have a damage 3 weapon, but apparently it definitely does.
Yeah.
The Eldar magic.
The game change. They also make them -1 to hit in melee. That's good, right? That'll show the incarn. Oh no, it doesn't work on the incarn. That'll show literally just Azerman.
That is all of my charges. So fighting, we're gonna start with Asserman's squad. Specifically,
They're against the
Asserman.
best unit in the game. They're definitely good.
Roll,
Their best stat is
twos,
points value, though.
hits, wounding on strength 6, so 5.
They're like
Roll.
Ripper swarms.
Nope.
You put a
One
sub
hits.
40 points value on a unit with deep strike, and it's already good. Doesn't really matter what else is on the data sheet.
And doesn't wound. Next one hits and doesn't wound. This one hits, and at this point, I'm just going to use a 6. So
A new phase, okay.
3,
Yep.
yeah, just 3 dev wounds.
All right,
So.
let's see if he explodes. Oop. He's dead.
I appreciate that Jonathan is still
Cool.
trying to be hyper efficient with
Interrupts, I assume not.
all of his fate dice.
No, go ahead. Of course not.
yeah.
Sorry.
No worries. So the incarn on 2s, the reroll, and 3s.
Yeah, Battle Line might also be
The
the best thing
reroll.
on their data sheet.
these are
In fact, you
D4s,
could take a
which
billion
go
of them.
through,
That's
I
crazy.
Yep.
I think we
So,
streamed at Crucible. There was a
3,
list with like
6,
30
9,
Nurglings
yeah, so
in it.
it is.
Oh, it's plus 1 each.
Plus,
Wow,
it's D6
okay.
plus 1, yeah.
Okay, as it explode. It's not. Ow.
And then, can we get on the objective? It's hard to tell. Let me see. I don't think so.
I think it's just out.
Yeah, I think it's just out.
Really
That's
hard to
fine.
tell, though. Yeah.
That is okay. She'll just stay there. I don't think it matters too consequentially. Yeah, that is
Nurglings are the only thing left of the
That's
I
the turn.
think so.
that was fantastic.
I believe that's what
Never
happened.
lost
Yeah,
six
they
in
were
turn.
they like
Pretty
spent so
awesome.
much time wandering around the
Yeah,
sides of the
it's
table
not
doing
pretty far,
secondaries that they just like ended up surviving until the end of the game.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That was a bloody game too. That was the game where we had one knight charge another knight, like a rampager shade Knights of Shade through a wall, charge a paladin or something, kill it. It fought on death, killed the rampager back, and they both exploded, which was kind of amazing.
Bring it down and overwhelming force. That is where I kill stuff that's on your objectives, right? Yes. Okay.
Yep. And then I guess we can bring it down to the end. But
I think you're already at 20. So you're at 18. Sorry.
oh, am I?
Here you go.
18?
You're
Okay.
18. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I really have just have no answer for the Wraith Guard backing up when I move towards them. I need to be really close
Yeah.
to them already and then move. It's a really tough one for me to respond to. You can shoot them, of course. But
Yeah, that game
It's
was rad.
very
other
tough for
reasons.
pretty much every.
That was like a
Yeah,
perfect
what
game
you're
for
saying.
a stream game. I love that game.
I think there's a reason they play these particular units.
They won a Crucible. We had so many explosions. It was nuts.
Let's see. I can't possibly threaten them. Even going here, you just spend CP and they go back far enough to be unchargeable, but close enough to still be a major threat. I can't really believe I'll get 10 for primary. so
Yeah, they all
this
looked
one-
amazing in that game
it's
too.
a-
Go watch day one of Crucible. The games were sweet.
Yeah.
We've
Board
lucked out on
height,
day
so
one
bring it
games. I think
down
in the last couple
is
events.
Also pretty tough here. I assume you incarnate a monster.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was a coin flip to
But,
explode day one.
Very tough. Though,
We were very close to 50-50. It was like 5 out of 11 or something. Vehicles that died exploded. It was pretty nuts.
It cannot phantasm, right? Because it's not
Nope.
infantry. Is that correct?
Correct. Yep.
Do I put all my resources into killing it at spite? Maybe. It might be the way. Or just hope the brigand can kill it by itself somehow. Meld of 4 is pretty high. It halves damage, you said, right? So that's
It
before
halves
the meld of
damage,
4 is
yep.
applied? Okay.
Yep.
Still,
So you're doing 4 minimum and then half of the d6, but
still
yeah,
balloons,
just-
though. Jeez.
and also fate dice.
Good
So
point.
at most 1 melting is shot.
Oh, that's a good point. Man, and you still have a
I
lot
have
of
very
fours.
good fate
oh,
dice.
Man, yeah, wow. Okay. And I have half as many shots to try to get the Skyrunners, so we'll see how that goes this time. You have a lot of good targets for me to shoot at with those guns, but I really
Yeah,
need
sure do.
armor sieves are really to fail. Of course, you go down to the bottom, the last one, and then you can start using your fate dice.
But a match where Magus exploded,
Exactly.
killed his own
landed
soul
from the top.
grinder, a Pyrevore exploded, and then your Malice Scepter
I
exploded
guess before it
from
was
the
as an easy one.
Pyrovore. Oh
I
my
imagine
god.
that. Based on
It
this.
was
Holy
pretty
crap.
silly.
By the way, chat, I might have talked about this before, and I kind of wanted to do a video on it, but I
That
got
was the
sidetracked
age
doing
of
some tutorial
Wraith
stuff that I'm
Knights
working
and
on right
just
now.
dumping
But
10
I found a
pages and
homebrew
doing
codex
check one.
online. It was on Reddit, where
Just
somebody made a 10th edition index for like a Hellraiser faction, but the whole mechanical identity was explosions matter, like deadly demise matters, and they had a rule that like gave their opponent's entire army deadly demise, and then they would like charge up when everything like did mortal wounds to them. So they would give you deadly demise and run into your army, and when you exploded, they would get better. It was maybe the coolest mechanic I've seen. It looks maybe like horribly bad, but it was
I'm just gonna fill
very
the water.
cool. I kind of want to do a video on it. Maybe I will.
You can just keep going.
Maybe I will tomorrow.
All right, I am back.
I'm at the same position, trying to figure out what my plan is this time.
No worries. I mean, hey, you got an hour.
Get as many points as possible. Yeah, just to see what I can get points-wise to not be a total crushing defeat here. Puts me there. You just scoot back. Then you spin your CP at least. Is that worth it? Oh man, it's just so tough to figure out what to. If I don't move forward though, they can keep coming towards me and have the whole turn to pick what they want to shoot at. Chase down the Yankor. I go here. Halves damage and a 4 of invul. I still hope your invul are really bad, I guess.
One
But
thing I
that
will
is-
call out real quick: these guys do have free Overwatch.
Oh, that's right. Okay, that's a good point.
It's not super scary for you, but just wanted to make sure you know.
It's on 5s in this case, right?
It is on 5s, yes, because they're not on an objective I control, unfortunately.
I have to kill the stuff that kills my stuff. I also have to kill the stuff that's going to keep scoring homers. So it's up here. I can't shoot this unit. It's such a weird conundrum. I can't shoot it, and I really can't charge it. All right, I guess I just charge everything, whatever else I can. I'll spend the CP to have 2 of them go through walls, because that's my one good
Sure.
strat. Use it. We'll do it on this one first. I guess I'll move the blue one first. I'll be a goober.
Yeah, you're good. I'm probably just
Before I move.
No, I'll probably do it after.
Yeah, before it moves, would eat
'Cause they're
cover.
not getting cover.
Makes sense. Let me just make sure I can get a spot where I can fit the other one here, I guess. Within 12 of him. He has to be able to fit here. Through this gap. Okay, we're good.
Okay. Yeah, so they'll just free Overwatch you.
Okay.
So time on me, and we'll start with Asterman on 5s. Reroll. And 6s with a reroll. Nothing. And then 33. On 5s and on 6s. Oh, that was pretty good. Actually, I shouldn't have been using the rerolls anyways on the Overwatch because you don't get them, but it doesn't matter. Didn't do anything. So just 9 AP1s on the Brigand. 1 damage
9
each.
4-ups.
Oh my god.
Ooh, 8. Okay, holy crap.
What is
That's totally free, right?
Yeah,
Down to
Zero
4, not 8.
CP.
Okay. I shouldn't have moved. That's
Oh
I
my
should have
God.
stood there and waited to die patiently.
I
got
mean, but
impatient.
also like, also you probably shouldn't have taken 8 damage from that, but you know.
Yeah.
What the
The lesson
fuck
here is
was
not to
that
move. It's
roll,
actual
chat?
lesson.
Holy shit.
Alright, I'll go there.
It just straight
I mean,
up
if you didn't
bracket
move
a
that one,
brigand from a dire avenger.
That's
Oh,
true.
boy.
Alright, I got one more to go through walls. Who gets to do it? Is there any points? I don't think there really is. No, there's none of it.
Raise and chat, how's it going?
But that's getting wasted most likely. I go up here. Feedback
One
is
plus
free.
save
It's not
started at
strategy.
9th.
It happens.
Your second
Correct.
RTT
Man.
exploded silent
Yeah,
king
it's
after
like
getting
I
charged
try
by
to drop
3
it out to
characters,
spend
2
some
dash
food
out
now.
units.
Note that I can't Overwatch with anything else anymore.
4 kills, max
Okay.
secondaries
Oh,
on
I
his
could use
death,
that
yeah.
first. That makes sense.
When you could do like whatever, it would be like
But,
Vengeance
I mean,
of the
I'm saying
Pharaon or
this-
whatever, the auto explode on Silent King, it was absolutely nuts. The dude went ham. Also, he just exploded on a 4, right? So he was already prone to detonate.
And let's see.
So
I guess that's the one that doesn't walk through walls because he didn't actually.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else
doing
can
it.
even really use it to any
Okay.
decent extent. Maybe unless he can clear this gap. No. So I don't think anybody else has any use for. I could maybe get him closer to I don't know what exactly. Maybe get a weird spot here. Thing is, you get to adjust after I move. I try to line up a shot where I can shoot just a couple of them, but they
Yep.
move after the fact. So it's wheels within wheels. I got 14 here. Or 12 here.
12.
Yeah. I guess I want to get on the objectives, so to that end, maybe this is worth doing.
Yeah, makes
He'll
sense.
fit. He fits. No, he does not fit. Nope, not
I mean,
there.
you can just move that carnivore over if you want.
That's fair, yeah. I'll go here though. Spots a little less careless. Yeah, getting more emergency shots to use here. Although D6 have without the Melta, pretty dire. We'll go there. I say objectives, that makes sense. And then the carnivore, this one is out on island. I should have ingressed this one. That's another mistake here. There. And charge the warp spiders. Far side of this one, I guess, just to threaten something. Eventually, maybe. 5. You're at the very edge of this objective.
Mm-hmm.
Move.
Makes sense.
Move. Stalker is just going to get a line of. Oh, I can't because he can't see the ruin. Move 12. Will that give me last sight? Probably not. No, definitely not.
No.
Can he fit all the way in here? Nope. Alright, so he's not shooting the Incarn either way. Is he going to shoot? The very edge of this. Oh, it's ingenious, and then I'll have range to them. And they'll move though. Still, we'll do that. Go there.
Okay.
And now I just have Nurglings. I don't think I need them for secondaries this time. Interestingly enough. Nope. So I just want to screen. I can't screen that. It's too late to do that. You already struck. So
Yeah, everything's on the board.
I just want to set them up to get signals if I draw it.
Makes sense.
Or if I
Makes
get
sense.
stable quarters. So to that end, we'll do one squad up here for sure. It's an easy one.
Yep.
But then 14 of the edge.
So I could. I mean,
Okay,
so
plenty.
you could
Yeah.
be.
And you can't redeploy with anything, can you? I don't think so.
Just the Incarn.
Oh, of course. Yeah, okay, of course. Yeah, I'll go. And that would. I'm not gonna stress about that though. She'll go wherever she wants, pretty much.
And you can't screen it, so
Yeah, exactly. We'll go there.
I guess you could screen it if you had infiltrators, but
I'll spread them out over here.
Just play Space Marines. That's the way you defeat
Oh
the
yeah, good point.
Incarn.
Gotta be the 14
yeah,
points.
a little bit less. Yep, there you go.
Two. Okay, we'll go there. And then we'll get. I can't get that corner because you're on me there. This corner open for business. It is.
It'd be from the back of the hall, so it'd be here.
Oh, I was grabbing it. Is not when you grab it. It isn't actually. Oh, I see.
Yeah, it doesn't snap from
Interesting.
the actual. Yeah, so
Is there a spot here? Probably not. Back of the hole is right here. 9 is here. And
could be.
see, it's doing something weird when you're grabbing it. Let me see. If I grab it like right.
Well, I'm specifically not grabbing it from like the actual model. Like I'm eyeballing where the corner is. So like 9 inches is like that.
I
And
see.
then,
Okay,
like,
I gotcha.
9 inches is like that. So there might be a gap there. Whether or not it fits 3 Nurglings is.
Because of course he shifted around. Okay, yeah, that makes sense based on where it is.
Yeah.
Interesting. When I grabbed it, it's doing weird stuff. Sorry about that. I don't know why I can't
No worries.
wrap my head around that. So
Sounds like a dangerous place for those Nurglings. I don't know if those Nurglings want to live there in that corner. I think they would. They would die.
Come in. Same with quarters. I'll keep them on reserves. Turn 2.
Sure.
Right? Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, that's my movement phase. If you want to do your Phantasm.
I sure do.
Where are we going this time,
I'm out of
chat?
CP. And, I mean, it's just got to be the Wraith Guard, right? Yeah.
But your Warp Spiders, they're in danger.
Nah, they'll be
They perform so
fine.
well for you.
I mean, they are great. They're fantastic, but they're no Wraith
Can you
Guard.
attach multiple cybernetic data smiths to a castle unit? Unlikely. The leader ability is exclusive unless they have a special ability.
Make sure that we can hold in this terrain.
Let's look at the data smith. Oh yeah, so they have a special ability where you can attach additional cybernetic data smiths. So you can have up to 2. There's a rules commentary that specifies the max of any number of characters attached to a unit is 2. So I don't believe you can attach more than 2 to a castle robot unit, but I guess technically you can put 2 in there. It's interesting.
All right. That is.
I guess that gives you multiple chances to switch their battle protocols, right? Because each one of them does a
I'll do the carnivores first.
leadership check to do it. So if one of them fails, you can do it with a different one.
Start with this one. Not that it matters what else.
It's kind of cute, I guess. I don't know if it's worth the points though.
Shots. Hi-ya, 3.
I guess probably. There's no other way to manipulate the leadership check. So
3s. Right back where I left off. Next one, same thing.
Yep.
Number of shots, 3. 4s and 3s. Nope.
God, man.
Last one.
These are so bad.
I gotta kill that thing. It's gotta be a moral victory at this point. There we go. This guy's gonna get it done. 4s and 3s.
ooh,
Oh, he's
okay.
ready. He's ready.
no!
He's not
What?
ready. He's not ready.
Come
2.
on.
Good.
Oof.
Fail
There we
one.
go.
Down to
There we
one.
go. There we go. All right. Carnivores, pretty good. Brigands will obviously go when they shoot. Stalker can't see anything else, I don't believe. Nope. That.
No.
Not that. Nope. Okay. Let's see the squad here in the room.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
so. From there to there. Okay.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yep.
5 range. That's good. You will unload on them. Everything except the top gun and the Havoc launcher will go at the Sky.
You got it.
And we'll finish them off. I'm saying that to make sure it happens.
I
I'll do
believe.
that first.
Sorry, one thing I will
Yeah,
just
go
mention real quick. Just keep in mind, if you kill the Farseer, the Incarn can teleport.
I'll run away from it. That's a good point. Yeah, thank you.
So it does matter for sequencing. Then
Yeah, I was thinking for Fate Dice and for, I guess you can't reroll anymore. I don't want the Incarn to be last, so you're tempted to spin them first, but you know what you're doing. Yeah, I'll shoot the Incarn now with this Brigand.
Yep.
The Gatling from this Brigand will also, I'll do this first. So he'll go with the Top Gun at the Farseer and the Melta at the Incarn, and then the Gatling also at the Incarn. There we go.
Okay,
So both
you got
guns
it.
at him, Havoc at the Farseer.
far away.
It's 4 bracket. I think it actually is, unfortunately. Let me double check. Can't remember for sure offhand. 1 to 4. Yep.
Yeah,
Oops.
it is.
So
of
3s.
course.
No bueno.
Good job, Dire Avengers.
Hitting on 3s for the Incarn. This is the Melta Gun. 3s.
Yep.
Oof. And 3s to 1.
Yep.
We got
And
1
I
through.
will use a 4.
Okay. Oof. All right, that's done with that. The Gatling. 3s and 5s. 3s.
Mhm.
5s. Ooh, okay.
Oh my
Nothing.
god. All right.
All right, number of shots at the Farseer. 3. 3. Still 3s because -1 count twice. 3s and 3s.
Yep.
We all hit, and 2 of them wound. This is it.
All right.
No fade dice, no shenanigans. Oh, you still have
just-
the one thing, don't you? God almighty, so many.
No, I'm out of stuff. I'm gonna take it on her invulnerable save actually. So 4-up saves.
Okay.
All right, she dies anyways, and then the Incarn will go over.
We finally got the Farseer
go.
chat. We've done it. Yay! We're still in the game, right? It's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay.
Good job, Farseer. Proud of you, buddy. Or proud of you, carnivores. You've done it. So we could maybe Knights of Shade into the Incarn, try to punch it to death, the carnivore. It feels
I
unlikely,
think you
but
shoot her, though.
maybe
Yes.
there's
All right,
something.
especially because I had to shoot her that shooting phase, kill
Yeah.
her, and then yeah, that's unavoidable, I guess. Like maybe plant it somehow. I wanted to charge her ultimately though. Yeah, okay, is what it is. All right, we'll go into the next brigand right here, which in a mad fury will unload into the Dire Avengers.
That makes sense.
We'll do the Meltas first. Hitting on 2s, we're gonna miss, and then wounding on 2s. I have to
2s, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. 1.
5 up
the-
invulnerable save.
Yep.
Kill a guy.
All right, and then we'll do the Gatling. I think I might messed up, and these guys are closer. Nope, we're good. Okay. Oops, sorry, one more. I'll just roll
Yep.
separately. 2s, and then I assume 2s. They're T3. Most
Yes.
Space Elves. Okay. 2s. That many AP2, 10.
So just 5 up saves. I should have rolled them one at a time, but it didn't matter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
1, 2. I guess they had X-Arc. Is that what that? Okay.
Yeah, the extra is 2.
Cool.
Hey.
Right, I didn't say where the Top Gun goes. I'm sorry.
No,
not
no,
those
you're
guys.
good. I
You
mean,
can imagine it'll be
Sure.
something isolated. Not the Viper though. T5.
Yeah, but he's got Bring It Down this turn. And also, like, I think you have to get rid of the Incarn, because otherwise the damage you take is, like, too much. We're probably just going to laser beam down the Warp Spiders with the Brigands. I'm not sure.
For 3s and 3s. 3s.
Yep.
3s. 2.
3s. Okay.
All right, that one's done shooting completely. This one's done shooting. Carnivore's all shots. It's got the Stalker. Just the Stalker left. Oof. All right, Stalker will shoot the same thing. The squad that's on
Yeah.
there.
He might still be able to see these guys here. I don't know. No.
Oh, yeah, good point. I think about that.
No, he can't see them anymore.
Okay, so that line. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I should have got that earlier, shouldn't I? We'll shoot. Yeah, we'll put the Top Gun at the Shadow Specters.
Yep. You got
Number
it.
shots. Blast +1. 5 shots. 3s and 3s.
Is he in 2s?
2s, yes, because they are they isolated? Yes, so 2s.
Okay. Oh, it's +1 to hit it. Yeah, if I'm not within 6.
+1 to wound.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
3.
3 ups. 2 die.
We did it. Mission accomplished. All right, done there, done there. What am I charging now? He's there. Come on. All right, go into the. What's my objective again? I got kill stuff as objectives. That's not gonna happen. Because nothing's on objectives except those dudes, and that's really it. So that's the guy back there. Okay.
Wraith guard.
Yes. So. Yeah, true. There we go. There we go. Now I can get them. They're right where I want them. I'll charge. I'll try to charge here first. Obviously, the easy one. Warp Spider
Yep.
with the Carnivores.
Come on in.
Yeah. 10.
That'll do.
Where's that put me? Let's see. Up here. How far is this? 8. Go right here. Just right here. I don't think I'd be on the objective and be in base contact. Can I? Nope. No, so I'll go over here.
I mean, you could consolidate onto it, but
That's a good point. And he'll definitely be there next turn too. So we'll go. That's good. Good point. No reason not to.
base there.
Shoot it.
Yep.
And Karn can go wherever he wants to anyway. All right, we'll go there, and then I guess I think the Brigand out of the way, so I can try to charge the Carnivore that's spinning CP. So I'll have the
Makes
Brigand.
sense.
That's terrible though. If I fail it. 8 inches, since I know that a Sermon is usually randomly very dangerous in melee as well.
He sure is.
But if I base this guy, then I cannot let Sermon move towards the Brigand.
As long as you kill the one guy, yeah.
Yeah. I'll try to go for it. I'll charge with the Brigand. You gotta do it.
Sure.
Charge 8. That's enough to get out of the way for sure. 4. Let me see. It's plenty to get like right here, just out of the way.
Oh yeah, yeah, 100%.
I get a win this thing? Probably not. So I'll go right here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then the Carnivore charge. I need 8.
Try the 8. Yep.
First attempt. We
There
got
you
it.
go.
However, I cannot base Asterman until I.
Nope.
But I have to base him.
No, because you were 8.2, so no, you don't have to use anybody.
Is it still as
Or
close
wherever
as
you want.
possible, or is it just with it?
No, it's just as long as you're closer.
Closer, the closest. So here I can do both because that's the weak closer.
Yep.
Okay, go there. And I believe that's all the targets, right? Yep. Okay.
Where would you like to start? I have no interrupts or anything, so just all you.
All right, I'll fight on the squad here with the carnivore first. File in. And I will attack. I have CP to spend, so I'm going to tank shock.
Okay.
1 CP. Going to be 14 dice and 2 5s. Had it been literally 3.
Chat, these
So
dice
the
are so
Diabetter
bad.
dies, and then Asterman takes.
All right,
and then I'll
you
use the
got
claw
this,
attack.
though.
Nasterman.
Makes sense.
2s, and he's probably
He
either
doesn't
way
have
it's
a
2s.
phenomenal invulnerable
He's
save
D3, yeah.
Okay.
or anything. It's fine.
2s and 2s. 4.
All right. 3 up invulnerable saves.
Oh God, really? Oh my God.
Yep.
Yep.
He's good on the first one. Fails the next one. I am
Burned him.
definitely not. I mean, I have no CP, so he's dead. But now I will bring the Incarn back over. So as close as possible. So I think as close as possible outside of engagement range is probably that.
So that's clever.
Okay.
I think what we were trying to do was kill the Azurman and then get this War Dog Brigand to jump back to this objective here because we would no longer have any enemy units to engage. But now that the War Dog Brigand, when the War Dog Brigand activates, if it pylons in or consolidates, it must base the Incarn. So it would just die.
That would not be a good idea.
Yeah, and we'll fight the wolf spot.
Jonathan holding on to his objectives tooth and nail. That's a very good move to maintain control of that objective over there on the right.
Probably not.
At least we saw Asterman go down. Unfortunately, he's not worth any points this turn. So I think Jonathan has cleverly dodged every single point from being scored from the Chaos Knights this turn, besides primary. He did get 10 on primary, but they're not going to be killing any vehicles.
Just roll, so you have 5 wounds so far. If you just roll 4 more.
4 2s and 2s.
Okay. So this many. We'll just hold on to 1. So they're alive. So the Exarch has 1 wound left.
So I can get an objective. I have to chase him down, which I will, I guess.
Yep. Okay. Well, he will
That's all
attack you back. Hits twice. Wounds on 6s. Oh, you got 1. 1 AP2. 1 damage.
All right, 5 up. I save it. There we go. My dice are back, baby. All right, and I will.
A little late, but
Yeah. It's like bottom of turn 2 when I'm devastated. I'll flip it back to you. I'll get. Did not bring anything down, so I'll burn one of these for a CP, and I can't do any Goblin Force, and I have it now, so you can play around it. Oof, tough spot there. I'll get rid of one of them. I'll get rid of the bring it down for a CP.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Shadow Specters need to take a Battle Shock test, right?
Yes, you're correct.
Okay.
-1.
I'm just going to auto-pass them.
Okay.
And then the Warp Spider needs 1.
Yes.
He's okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, movement. So these Shadow Specters will come out.
That +1 CP is really strong too with the fixed. Usually miss out on the CP.
Sure is.
You're making up for that with the it's strong. That's the Sky Runner that's giving, or the Way Leaper. I'm sorry, that has that. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then they're gonna go like this, and so the 3-man will be doing the homers this time. Incarn, go 10 inches over you, so like 6 here, 4 here. It's very sad that Asterman died, but
Get wrecked, Asterman.
It's my small moral victory that I got that done. I got 0 points that turn that stuff too.
yeah. I mean, your secondaries weren't great, so
Maybe you should have tank shot. The tank shock. Now that I know you had 3 up invul, the tank shock definitely was in the right spot. But still,
oh yeah, 100%.
I needed to punch through the whole squad. That
I
was the
mean,
one
one
issue
guy's
with the 1 damage
not.
weapon.
He's not going to do a ton, honestly.
I guess the main thing that got me was the Incarn. I didn't plan for that. I kind of forgot until it happened that if there's an enemy within range, you have to consolidate towards them instead of
Yeah.
an objective. That definitely hadn't come up yet for me organically.
Yeah, she's very tricksy in that regard. It's like, yeah, you have to be very careful how you sequence against her, and then also she can stop you from, consolidating to a favorable position.
Is the same true for pylons towards an enemy, of course, in general? Okay, yeah. Towards the
Yeah.
closest, I assume, right? Yeah. Crap.
Yeah, and if you can base, you have to base.
Okay, yeah. Oof. I could, and I did not want to.
Yeah, that's probably the right call. This Viper may as well come out. If you want to Overwatch, I don't really care. Kill a Viper, honestly. 7, and we'll do another 7. Did you keep Overwhelming Force, or?
I did.
So
Oh, yeah.
I'm just not going to put him on the objective. Or actually, I guess it's...
Please?
You scored in my turn? Yeah, while the secondary is active, yeah. Oh, it's started the turn, so yeah, I can't touch it. Haha. So we'll touch it.
I did not know that. It's good to know for next time.
The Night Spinner will poke its little nose through so we can see you. This Night Spinner will do this. See some stuff. Shoot some stuff. The Autark. May as well do this. All right. Oh, and I guess the Warp Spider will fall back. No reason to flicker jump or anything, so he'll just go here, I guess. Okay. That is the movement phase. Start shooting you. We're gonna start with the Autark. He's gonna grenades the Brigand.
Okay.
3 mortals. Down to 1.
He's hanging on.
And then he'll shoot his fusion gun at the Carnivore.
Okay.
We hit. We wound on a 5. Eldar reroll. We wound. AP 4.
5 up. Nope.
So it's D6 plus 3. I'll just use a. I'll just roll it. It's a 3. So 6 damage.
Okay. Down to 6.
The Viper is going to try to do peak efficiency. Little guns into the Brigand, and the big gun into the Carnivore.
There we go.
Big gun hits and wounds. 5 up save.
Ow. Nope.
So D6 plus 2 for 5 damage. Oh, almost. And then the little stuff into the Brigand. That is 2 hits and 6s, but twin linked. Nothing.
1 and 1.
Almost there.
And you're all done shooting, right? So we're good.
Not quite. We'll do Wraithguard next. So the Spirit Seer is going to shoot the Brigand. 1 Wraithguard is going to shoot the Brigand. This Wraithguard will shoot the Carnivore. These 3... Actually, let's do the 2 behind the wall into the Brigand. These 4 can only shoot one of these 2, so these 4 will shoot the Carnivore. And then these 4 are going to shoot this Carnivore.
That's where I'll blow those 4 up pinball, as you can probably imagine.
Yep, makes sense. So let's do the 2 into that Brigand. It would be slow rolling on a 3. So that is a lethal hit. So just 5 up invuln.
Okay.
It's good.
Got it.
Next one hits and wounds, but I'm just going to change it to a 6 with its messenger. So dev wounds, so it will just kill the Brigand.
So explode. Does not. What's the messenger thing from, by the way? So I know for next time.
It's the upgrade on the Spirit Seer.
Oh, you told me that. Okay, yeah, cool. Gotcha.
Then the 4 Wraithguard into the Carnivore. I guess I will do these one at a time. We miss. Have I used my hit reroll? No, I've used.
Yeah, those poor
Yes, I have
scissors,
used my hit
chat.
reroll.
They never knew what hit
I
them.
think so. I don't know. I'll assume.
The
I have.
scissors
don't
thought
think
they
you
were
have
hot
these.
shit, beaten up on
Okay.
on
Well,
paper, but
1 wound.
Rock's got their number, dude.
Carnivore.
I got this. Come on. Nope.
Yeah, this has been a tough one to watch. I think if we'd seen things would have certainly would have looked a lot more interesting if the Farseer had gone down that turn. I think we see a lot less damage out of the Wraith Guard. The Incarn's like just so tough for Knights to stop. The Incarn just sort of whirlwinds through their whole army, and Phantasm is very difficult for vehicle armies to beat. But you know, I think there was a universe where we got lucky here. We're not playing in that one.
And I'll just use a 6 on this one, so it's dev wounds, and it does 5 damage.
That gets around my ingenious warp invul down to 7.
Yes.
Or no, 5. You said yes, so 7 as well.
Yep. The Incarn will Flamer. 4 shots. On 5s with a reroll. Oh my god. 3. AP 1s, no cover.
3 4-ups. I take
2.
2. Are they damage each?
They're D3 each, so 6.
Oh god. Okay. Down to 1.
I think this Night Spinner can see this one. Yeah, probably, right?
Yeah,
On this line. Yep.
Yeah.
So he'll shoot at that one. Try to finish him off. 3 shots. 6. On 3s, because I can see you with a reroll. And then 5s, but I'm just fishing for 6s. In the box. Just 1 wound, no AP.
Here we go. I got this. 3. I don't got this. Let me think about if it's worth. You still have the Night Spinner shoot.
Yeah, and he does have a Shuriken cannon that he's going to be shooting as well.
Okay.
Which is 3 shots at strength 6, AP 1, 2 damage, hitting on 3s with sustained 1.
Anybody else hurt really badly? You're gonna kill the brigand.
Jonathan just has to play with an avatar from here.
2 left.
I mean, at this, I think Jonathan's maybe
What else
okay
we
with
doing?
just
I'm
an
gonna roll
avatar
it.
from
I'm doing
here.
I'm gonna make it.
An avatar of Kane versus
got it.
4 War
Okay,
Dogs.
you
Does he
do.
win? Probably.
Shuriken cannon. All hits. 5.
His Fate Dices
and I
that
use my
sustain
Eldar reroll
gun.
here.
Melta's
Nope.
1
He's alive.
War Dog. Like charges another one, kills
All right,
it.
the other Night Spinner will try to finish him off. And we will do the Shuriken cannon into the brigand in the middle because that's all we can see.
Okay.
So big gun.
Skelet Lee, by the way, thank you for the
Shots.
follow. Appreciate you. Thanks for
good
coming
stuff.
hanging out.
Nope.
Skelly.
And that's a lot of hits, and we just need 1 6. Okay, 2 6s.
All right.
Sweet.
Does it explode? Does it matter?
Oh,
really, 'cause it
get
gets
wrecked,
regenerate,
Wraith
don't
Guard.
they? Yeah.
Roll 3 damage.
Well, I
Just
mean,
the squad.
I might charge you.
1.
1.
So,
Ciao.
Let's put on that guy, I guess. Okay. The Shadow Specters. Oh, sorry. I have my Shuriken cannon into the brigand. All hits. And 1 wound on the brigand, AP 1. But you do get cover, so just 3 up. 2 damage. Okay. And then the Shadow Specters will shoot everything into this brigand. Just 5 shots.
I believe,
1 hit.
unfortunately, we reached the point where I have to concede because I can do nothing. Down to 2 after
that's
the start.
fair,
Yeah. It was that way to start the turn, I think, but I figured I'd play on. Gives me points as I can. That's tough. I don't have an answer for that. The turn I have to move up and take stuff. I just don't know how to account for the Wraith Guard properly. And then there's also the Incarn on top of that. I really don't know how to address it, frankly. It's tough to figure out. I should have definitely rapid ingressed one of the carnivores. That was a mistake on my part.
To be honest, like there's not really much you could do. Like realistically speaking.
The Nurglings, but I also want them on the board to screen deep. It's such a conundrum because you have so many. The Night Spinners are really another element in there that's hard to play around. It's just very powerful. I thought I was better on paper because I thought the Night Spinners weren't that dangerous into me, but the Dev Wounds on them. The Dev Wounds straight up before I even had to make saves. I mean, God, it's rough.
Yeah, and you just fish
A
for
little
6
above
all
average,
day.
but still pretty good. Yeah, I guess I also didn't account for that when I did some rough math earlier. Damn, it's a strong list. It's definitely a tough one for me to figure out. At least now I know what it does. Also, some of the small interactions I didn't understand, like the Fate's Messenger thing. On paper, doesn't look that wild, but in play, God, it's doing some crazy stuff. Oof.
It's the fact that you can do it after you roll. So it's like,
I missed that
I
part,
fail.
guess.
Okay, now it's a 6.
We have a similar enhancement in the new Space Marine Codex, I think, in the Firestorm one, and I guess I didn't really figure out how strong that is until I'm seeing it in play. God, because you miss it, and then or especially a wound roll, you miss it and you make it. God, that can flip something.
Yeah.
Or with dev wounds, or with like lethal
Yeah,
hits.
weird thing
Man,
about the
strong.
Firestorm enhancement is that it only affects hit rolls randomly. You know, you can't auto wound. I think they learned their mistake with Fate Messenger, where they were like, well, if you could auto dev, it's probably too strong.
Data sheet ability. So you just basically just roll your hits, and then one of these is 6, so an extra 3 hits. It's just like,
yeah, wow, oof, that's
yeah,
nasty.
and it's strength 6, AP 1, 2 damage with devastating wounds. So it's like he can just chunk something.
Jeez. Well, sorry, it wasn't a better game, man. I'll at least
No worries. I mean,
but beyond paper at this point, I can maybe.
I was playing Eldar, so
Yeah, I know they've been toned down. It makes me wonder what they're like before, because like I said, I hadn't played them yet somehow this edition, but before
a lot
with
worse.
the limit on the, I can't imagine. It's crazy because it still seems very, very strong right now. I guess it's this build has all the really strong stuff that's left, right? The Night Spinners, the Wraithguard Blob.
Yeah, I mean, this list is I've definitely refined my list since.
Have you changed it?
This one? So basically, there's no Dire Avengers. There's no Shadow Specters.
I see. Okay.
It's basically I'll just spawn the list.
No Shadow Specters. Wow.
Specters are also seem fantastic. They're fairly tough at 3 up save. They're fast.
They're okay.
Deep strike too, right?
Yeah, I've come to love Swooping Hawks better.
Oh,
they're
I see.
20 points cheaper, and then they're faster, and they have a pickup and redeploy ability, and they also have the grenades keyword, so they're just better for scoring.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And then 3 Night Spinners and
3. Oh,
wagon. Yeah.
Still that, and he's running by himself. By himself, I guess. Interesting, without his Delta boys.
Well, because he stands back up in a 2-up, and like he's just super strong, just in general.
And losing the character on the bike, it looks like as well.
Yep, but taking the foot pressure.
It's the same thing, I guess. That gives guide. Is that what that's doing?
No, that one gives -1 to wound.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
I didn't see what that did. So it's different when it's on the bike. The spell it gets is different than when it's on foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
so you're missing out on the guidance.
Yeah. Yeah, but without the Dire Avengers, and like you don't really, the guide is not really that great on Wraithguard to begin with. It was mainly there by trying to put on the Dire Avengers, but I found that even when I put on the Dire Avengers, it's not that great.
There's 3s to hit already. I understand. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, 2s to hit actually, but it was mainly like, oh, I can Overwatch on 4s with full hit rerolls. Okay, like that'll be really good, but then it wasn't, because they would usually die before they got to Overwatch something that was like actually a good Overwatch target. So.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, it seems nasty. Like I said, at least now next time I see it, I'll have a better idea. Hopefully, I'll have a stronger list for the matchup. This seemed like a really. I mean, again, just trying to count for the Wraithguard. No matter what, they get the first pop on me. I think.
Is that because he's small?
With that, I guess I should have gone for the 10's charge if I had known exactly how screwed I was at that point, just to try to get something going. But even that, maybe you would have killed a couple, and then you get one back. It's still tough. And you can also fall back and shoot. I think one of your strats. So,
yeah, 1 CP for fallback, shoot, and charge. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I did differently. I gotta think about it though. Definitely Ingress one of them just to set that thread up, but it's tough.
Yeah.
A good game though, man. Hopefully next one's closer. Hopefully we get a better match next time.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, once again, like Chaos Knights, they don't really have an answer for Eldar right now. But once
Wraithguard one-dimensional army where it bullies the primary, you just kill your. So like most armies, I'll lose 4 turn 1, 3 turn 2, and then usually 2 turn 3. Usually on average, it's about how it goes against a fairly lethal army. To lose 6 though is like, pretty backbreaking. It's
I mean, my dice were pretty hot though.
That's true too. I think probably 5 would be the norm in this matchup, if I had to guess, somewhere in that realm.
Yeah.
6 definitely felt excessive.
Yeah, 6.
But yeah, nice to meet you, man. Hopefully, I'll play our game. Next game is a better one, so I'll see you again on here.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay, have a good night, man. Bye.
See ya.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Trevi. Bye.
Was there any questions or anything, Trevi?
I had one, and that is whether or not Fugan feels a little inadequate next to this Farseer. Is he overcompensating with that fire pike?
Almost certainly. I mean, have you seen the actual model?
Yeah.
The fire park is bigger than Fuegan.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, of course. That's like his whole deal. But he's
his whole
so
thing.
Small, and his Farseer so big.
The Farseer is pretty big. I'm pretty sure this model's too small. Probably need to find a different one.
Is it just like scaled down? Was he like on a 32 and then he scaled to a 25?
No, he's on a 25.
Right. But like it looks like the model was maybe modeled as if he were on a 32 or a 40, and then it just gets scaled down to be a 25, so he's very small.
Honestly, that could be what it was. Yeah.
I had the same thing playing Chaos Space Marines in 9th edition. Was Ahriman got put to a 40 mil base from a 32, so you scaled him up, and then Lucius was always on a
huge.
25, and so you would scale him down, and then Lucius is about a quarter the size of Ahriman. It was very funny. This is the
That
same
is pretty
energy right here, yeah. Just base stuff. TTS base stuff.
TTS.
Little TTS. Yeah, congratulations on taking it down. That was a impressive showcase of Eldar blowing knights up.
Yeah, I mean, my dice were.
They were pretty
good.
There was a lot of
Very
sixes
good.
going on, and unfortunately, that Farseer just tanking everything from the the indirect fire was like, oof.
Yeah,
just
I'm
kept
pretty
going.
sure she dies on average.
Yeah.
Math wise,
It's like 10 d6 shots. Yeah.
Yeah. But that is a dice game.
Yeah, for sure. Well, good game, man. I'll go ahead and get
thank you.
these submitted, so we should have
Appreciate
the results finalized for the event shortly. But thanks for
It's
playing.
like 2 weeks overdue.
Yeah, no big deal. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks.
Cheers, man.
All right.
I'll see
Have a
I'm
good
sure
night.
we'll
See ya.
see you around.
Yeah. See ya.
All right, chat. We done diggly did it. That is gonna be the event, Pod 15, all wrapped up. Bit of a quick one, bit of a bop, but you do get them. We had some fun discussions though, so I don't think it was all bad. Thanks everyone for coming and hanging out. So we do have a pod final scheduled for tomorrow. I believe that one is. I will just double check the. I'll just double check the dates. I believe that's going to be at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern tomorrow, so that should be about, I don't know, about 8 hours, so 16 hours from right now is when the next one's going on. I'll put that up in the stream schedule as soon as I have a chance. So that one is, I don't know what the matchup on that one is right now, but I guess I could look it up. That is the Pod 19 finals, which is going to be Space Wolves into other Space Wolves. Hold on. Did we get a Space Wolves mirror? Chat! It's a Space Wolves mirror match for the finals of Pod 19. Let's frickin' go. That's funny. All right. I didn't even realize it was a Space Wolves mirror, but that's hilarious. So we'll watch that one tomorrow afternoon. Please come and hang out with me for that. I won't be streaming on Friday because I'm going to be off at an event. If anybody is at the Carnage Convention in Vermont, then I'll be there. I don't think it's a very big 40k event, but it is a lot of tabletop gaming. I'll be there with Breachstorm, doing Breachstorm stuff. But I will be back on Monday with the regularly scheduled broadcast. Thanks, everyone, for chilling. Let's find somebody to raid. Let's find somebody to raid Shadow Legends. I got a sponsorship request from Raid Shadow Legends, by the way. I finally made it. Although they wanted me to live stream it. I don't know if I'm into it. I'll live stream it on Twitch if they pay me. I'm definitely not going to do it on YouTube. Barely Battle Ready is live. Angry Joe Show is playing... Oh, lots of games going on. That's exciting. Angry Joe Show is playing Blood Bowl. Warhammer Wednesdays is live. Warbird Battle Labs is also live. Damn, dude. I always complain about how nobody's actually playing games, but there's like 6 games going on today. And we have to choose one. Let's choose Warhammer Wednesdays. We raid Barely Battle Ready and Warbird Battle Labs a lot, so let's raid somebody else today. All right, chat. Let's go. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out with me. And I'll see you tomorrow. So cheers, everybody.